Are you looking to become a mortgage loan originator but don't know where to start? I'm Dave McGill with Mortgage Educators and Compliance, and I'm going to share with you everything you need to know to get your MLO license. Who licenses us as mortgage loan originators? Some would say that the nationwide multi-state licensing system, or NMLS, does, but that's not true. Each state has a regulatory agency that approves or denies your license application. The NMLS facilitates your communication with the state where you're getting licensed, but their main function is to maintain a centralized database on loan officers throughout the country. The NMLS system enables easy sharing of information between you and the state and allows you to get licensed in multiple states through one centralized system. The first step to becoming a mortgage loan originator is obtaining your NMLS ID number, which will be your unique identifier as a licensed originator. It's free to sign up, and it's assigned to you when you set up an account on the NMLS Resource Center. Whenever you're ready to get set up, you can go right to the NMLS website at mortgage.nationwidelicensingsystem.org and click on the blue button toward the top that says Getting Started, Licensed Individuals. Your NMLS ID number will be an important part of your career as a loan officer. You may even want to memorize it since you'll have to use it for renewing your license, advertising, and on all of your loan applications. Once you've set up your account in the NMLS system, it's time to fill out the application for your license. This application form is called the MU4. You'll need to enter 10 years of employment and residential history and answer some questions about your financial history and criminal background. Additionally, in the MU4, you'll give the NMLS permission to pull your credit report, and you can schedule an appointment to obtain electronic fingerprints, which are required for your license. Once the fingerprints are done and electronically submitted to the NMLS, you'll need to grant permission for them to perform a criminal background check. While you're waiting for your fingerprinting appointment, you can look for an NMLS course provider like Mortgage Educators to take your required 20 hours of pre-licensing education. The Secure and Fair Enforcement of Mortgage Licensing Act, known as the SAFE Act, was passed in 2008 and implemented these licensing requirements that we're required to go through. The SAFE Act requires 20 hours of pre-licensing education, including 3 hours of ethics, 3 hours of federal law, and 2 hours of non-traditional education. The remaining 12 hours could be a mix of pre-approved elective courses or state-specific pre-licensing education, or PE, requirements, as each state has the authority to define their own additional pre-licensing courses. Let's take Florida, for example. Florida requires 20 total hours of pre-licensing education, including 2 hours of Florida-specific education. This means you would need to take a 2-hour Florida PE course and at least 18 hours of federal education. On our website, mortgageeducators.com, we have a state PE selector where you can see exactly what's required for licensing in each of the 50 states. Just click on the New License tab, scroll down to the US map, and select the state where you want to get licensed to see the requirements and even take the required education. At MEC, we specialize in mortgage education for all industry needs, so check us out at mortgageeducators.com. Once you've completed your pre-licensing education, it's time to get prepared to take the test. The SAFE MLO National Test Component with the Uniform State Test, or UST, is required for all mortgage loan originators with a minimum passing score of 75%. The test is made up of 120 questions with 5 unscored questions. You won't know whether a question is scored or unscored, so just do your best throughout the exam. The test is broken up into 5 different sections: federal laws, general mortgage knowledge, loan origination activities, ethics, and uniform state content. All of these topics are covered in your pre-licensing education, but it'll take more than just the required 20 hours to adequately prepare for the exam. As you take your pre-licensing education and prepare for the test, you'll want to familiarize yourself with these topics, not only to help you pass the exam, but also to help you hit the ground running in your new career as a licensed mortgage loan originator. There are far more tips, tricks, and rules around preparing for and taking this safe exam that we just don't have time to cover in this video. But we do have an entirely separate video dedicated to this very topic. So go and check it out for all the details. What are the states looking for in pulling your credit report and a criminal background check? They're looking for any criminal history, especially misdemeanors or felonies. A felony in the past 7 years, or a felony involving fraud, money laundering, or the like, would be automatic disqualifiers for obtaining an MLO license. Any other criminal history will have to be explained, and additional documentation showing what the outcome was may also be required. Some states have more strict requirements for criminal history, so be sure to check out the state you're looking to get licensed in. You can find more information on the criminal background check in the NMLS Resource Center. As for the credit report, the states are not concerned with credit scores, credit depth, or even having little or no credit history. They're looking at whatever credit history is there to confirm a pattern of financial responsibility. This area is more subjective than the criminal background findings, but applicants could be denied licensing for things like a pattern of seriously delinquent accounts, recent foreclosures, or outstanding judgments or tax liens. Some states are more strict than others about what they allow or don't allow regarding credit history when investigating an applicant's financial responsibility. If you have a unique situation, we always suggest reaching out directly to the state you're looking to be licensed in. When you're completing the MU4 application, always be 100% upfront and honest. Disclosing a derogatory event is always better than hiding it because these will come up during their investigation. There are situations where the state will work with you, even with derogatory credit and background, if you can demonstrate good behavior since the incident and can show improvements in your habits and life. If, however, attempts are made to hide this information, getting approval for your MLO license will be highly unlikely. You can get more detailed information on the licensing process from the NMLS Resource Center. So let's go over what we covered here. We talked about obtaining an MLS ID number, filling out your MU4 application, taking your mortgage pre-licensing education, studying for and passing the UST exam, and possible disqualifiers for obtaining an MLO license. It's important to note that these steps don't necessarily need to be done in this order. Lots of people will take their education first, then take the exam, and submit the MU4 later. However you do it, the best time to start is now. One of the great benefits of being in the mortgage industry is the satisfaction of changing lives by helping families get into a home of their own and building generational wealth. And we get paid to do it. At MEC, we want to help you hit the ground running. Visit our website at mortgageeducators.com, where you'll find all the resources you need to become a licensed mortgage loan officer. Feel free to reach out to us, and our highly trained support staff can help you with all your mortgage licensing and education questions. Thanks for watching, and we wish you the very best in your mortgage career.